Now, despite the economic crisis, the cash still flows for U.S. military spending, which at a staggering $800 billion is almost half the world's total. The Pentagon is accused of squandering billions, such as when $1 million was spent shipping 2 19-cent washers to Iraq. RT's Anastasia Churkin reports now.
It seems there are few things America is more eager to invest in than its military. Its military spending is almost half of the world total. Over the years, the United States has spent billions of dollars on the war in Iraq. According to media reports, extreme amounts of money were wasted, partially due to a complete lack of oversight. And many fear that further money to be invested in the war in Afghanistan will follow the same path.
Nobody really knows how much money was washed away in Iraq or Afghanistan. So much money was flowed into that country over the past couple of years. We're talking $2 billion a week for the past 7 years, that nobody has any real sense of where all that money has flowed to, and there's little chance that you'll ever know, really.
Despite this, only a few low-level military people and civilians have been prosecuted. Some investigative reports have suggested the Pentagon has been unable to account for more than $1 trillion in spending during the Iraq War. With the new American presidential administration in place, the amount of money allocated to the Pentagon is still staggering, and some say reductions shouldn't be expected in the near future.
In the latest Obama budget, the Pentagon is now approaching $800 billion a year, which is double just 4 years ago. So imagine a doubling of the budget in 4 years.
Perry O'Brien is an Afghanistan war veteran. He was deployed in 2003 and spent about 8 months there. Perry strongly opposes the way the war is being handled by the United States.
It's extremely disappointing. When you look at Afghanistan, the history of the supposed infrastructure rebuilding that we've been touting for so many years, over the last 7 years, I mean, so many people in Afghanistan have less running water than they did before we invaded. They have less access to electricity. They have less access to health care.
Perry is one of the many opponents of investing huge bulks of taxpayers' dollars into warfare during a time of economic crisis.
Americans are starting to ask, as they're losing their homes, as they're losing their jobs, seeing these, new high-tech military weapons that don't necessarily have obvious modern application rolling out. I think a lot of people are starting to wonder, do we really, are there better uses for this money when so many Americans are struggling?
That's a view shared by international affairs expert and author Andrew Bacevich.
The truth is that we are overcommitted. We are overextended. We're in the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression.
The United States has built up a history of spending billions and billions on war. But with many of the taxpayers now broke, they say it's them who should be receiving rather than giving, especially when the money is going to a cause more and more people in America are beginning to question. Anastasia Churkin, RT.